Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. This is one of your co-hosts, Specialist Garrett Dacko with 11th Signal Brigade.
And this is your other co-host, Samantha Harms with the Garrison Public Affairs Office. And you are listening to Fort Hood's
Great Big Podcast. All right, everybody, we got a fun interview today. We're talking about fish.
Yeah, we are.
All right, a little more specific, we're talking about stocking ponds. So would y'all like to introduce yourselves?
Sure. My name is Nathan Grigsby from DPW Natural Resources, and I'm a natural resource specialist here on the installation. So.
Nah, he's just not a specialist. He's a biologist. He wears many different hats. He just says it like, natural resources specialist. He's pretty awesome as a biologist and what he does. And he has a fun job and he's outdoors.
I do.
Well, and you know me, I'm the Bacon Ninja, so I just run around with a green afro and Christine with environmental. So this is like the best part is hanging out with you amazing folks and highlighting the great stuff that our environmental team is doing.
Always. So what's going on right now with I heard fish and I'm interested.
Right.
You got me hooked.
Christine came out with me last week when we did a pond stocking. We do that about once a month. We'll do a pond stocking on Fort Hood. Usually it'll be two different ponds that we'll stock. And we just put in channel catfish. So our stocking season starts in April and runs all the way through September.
Wow. Okay.
So we try to get it in the summer months when it's warmer. Everybody's outside, wanting to get outside and fish and enjoy the outdoors. So.
All right.
Yeah, in the span of just maybe combined between those two lakes, they stocked more than 700 catfish, and I think it was less than maybe 6.5 minutes.
Wow.
I mean, it was quick. Once they get everything set up and stocked up, they get a hose. I was going to say,
so how does this happen? You're just driving some fish around in your truck? Like, what's going on here?
Right. So, we have a contract agreement with Inks Dam National Fish Hatchery over in Burnett. And they bring their fish trailer over with all the fish that we're going to stock for the day. And it's literally just, I'll pick which ponds we want to go to. We pick a suitable spot to back up, hook up the hose, and then just release them in. It's a really quick process. Yeah.
So you really are just driving around. They're driving around with fish in the
truck. And then they just shoot out. They're like crazy.
I could tell you those fish are excited to get out of that tank. They're all cramped in there for the drive over. So they have a lot of energy once they get out.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is wild.
So can you speak a little bit on the importance of these restocks?
So the primary goal of our stocking program here is to provide what's called a put and take program. So we specifically stock these ponds mainly for recreation, knowing that these fish are going to be caught and taken home. So obviously not everything is gonna be caught. There will be some that get to stay and reproduce, but the main focus is a put and take program to provide opportunity for soldiers, their family, and even civilians to come out and fish in our ponds.
That's awesome. Could you tell us? Okay, so I don't know any locations on Fort Hood about anything. So do you want to give us some maybe locations of some popular ponds or the ponds we just restocked?
Sure. So the ponds that I've stocked for this year are Clear Creek Lake, the Kids Pond, which is also known as Cantonment B. That's strictly a pond for kids.
Okay.
We've also stocked on the east side of the installation Nolan Lake, Larned Lake, Heiner Lake, and Engineer Lake, which those last two we just did last week. So
awesome.
Yeah. So we have roughly around 10 to 12 of these ponds that we'll stock annually. They're the no check-in and out ponds that are frequently used for fishermen. So they don't have to check into an area.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah, as long as you check off the boxes that, hey, you got a fishing permit, you have an access card to get onto Fort Hood, and you have a state license, you can get that at the Sportsman's Center. It's like a one-stop shop to get those items, and then you're all set.
Okay, I have a question about timing. When can people go fishing? Like during the day? Is there certain hours that they can go fishing? And then just during the year, can people fish year round? I know nothing about fishing, obviously. So
no, that's fine. So,
I know nothing.
So you could fish year round.
Okay.
Even though our stocking of catfish is only during the warmer months.
Okay.
Yeah, you can fish year round on Fort Hood, or off of Fort Hood as well.
Okay.
You can even go out at night fishing. I know a lot of cat fishermen love to go out and do night fishing and camp by the ponds and the lakes and do that. So yeah, there's no like perfect time. I know some people like to time their fishing trips around early spring and the spawning time.
Okay.
Just because the fishing can be better, but I would say you can catch fish year round.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Well, I have another question about the fish. Sorry.
Okay.
I've been thinking about this. Why catfish? Is there a reason? Do the fish live here? Are they catfish or what people prefer to fish, or just why catfish?
So we use catfish mainly because that's what our hatchery is able to grow for us relatively quickly. They're easier to raise. They grow quick, and they're native to the area. So it's just an easy fit for us to stock ponds with catfish.
Awesome.
However, most of these ponds have other fish. I know there are a lot of bass fishermen that love to get out on these ponds and catch bass too, which there are some nice bass in a lot of these ponds too. So, but yeah, catfish is the main one for us. I'll add too that like bass fishermen a lot of them like to catch and release, and we run a put intake program for these catfish. So that it makes more sense for us to use catfish for the stockings.
Okay, cool.
And is there like a limit on how many fish each fisherman can walk away with?
There are, and if it kind of varies, but for catfish it's 15, I believe, and I don't think there is a length limit on them. They just changed that last year. So,
is that 15 in like one sitting, or 15 over the whole year?
15 for that trip, yes.
Okay.
And there is a bag limit. I can't remember exactly what that is. I'd have to look it up, but I think it's usually double whatever the limit is. So it's probably 30.
Okay.
I'd have to look that up though.
I can't imagine walking away with
That'd
30
be a
catfish.
lot. That's a lot of fish.
I think at that point you better have like a community cookout because
Right.
Hey,
that's
that'd
a
be
lot
perfect
of
for
fish.
us.
Yeah.
Then we don't have to cook them.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. I think the only length limit is on some of the larger fish. I think.
Okay.
I think it's 5 over 20 inches, or it might be 30. I can't remember exactly, but the larger they are, the fewer you can keep. But
Okay. Perfect.
And these are nice size catfish that they just stock. So they're at least 13 inches. So you're not going to get like a little puny one that's like a few
full
inches.
size.
Yeah, you're going to get full size. So again, family opportunities, opportunity for soldiers just to get outdoors, and then you can have dinner or lunch from your catch too.
I like it. And you mentioned also the ones that get to, reproduce, the catfish that get to stay and reproduce. That's how you get the big monsters, right?
Exactly, yeah. Every now and then some of those stick around long enough to get pretty big. So I've seen some nice pictures floating around the internet that people have caught here on Fort Hood. So it's nice to always see that.
I'm going to have to go challenge that.
I feel like we need to have a catfish tournament right here. I'm all about competition opportunities. I'm competitive.
All right. I need to get a new rod because I'm a fly fisherman. So I got to get a spin rod.
Well, we can teach each other stuff because I'm not a fly fisherman. So.
Oh, it's so
There you
much
go.
fun. It's better.
Is that do you just throw the line out and you bring it in, throw it out
over and over with like the smallest little imitation fly that's meant to look like a bug landing on top of the water.
Okay.
Or they also have other ways where it's underneath the water. But a lot of different types of fishing.
See, I like that. My husband's more like, hey, throw it out, cast it out, and just sit and wait.
And grab a drink.
Yes.
That's how I'm
it's so exciting. I'm the type like, okay, gotta listen to music. He's like, stop. The fish can hear you. You're disturbing them. So I'm just like, I feel like I'm a kid that's in timeout and I just have to sit here. So I'm like playing with the rod, I guess. And so that would be better for me, for my attention span with fishing.
Yes. It's even hard for me sometimes because I'll be out there. I mean, we're out there hours on end. But no, spin rod fish, turn the music up. Come on. Have some fun.
Yeah.
You're out there in the outdoors. Turn the music on. Yeah.
Learning so many new things today.
Yes. A lot about fish.
A lot about fish, yeah.
Wait, so I gotta ask, as a non-native Texan, how does catfish taste?
Oh, they taste great.
Really?
That's
Freaking
I
amazing.
love catfish.
Have you not had
I have
catfish?
not, no. I know. Everybody listening right now is probably freaking
Oh
out.
my gosh.
So
Okay, I haven't had it
Heart hurts
either,
for you.
but
Both
I don't
of
eat
you.
fish, so
You can have it.
I will say the best catfish I had, and because I didn't really eat fish at all, it was in Ocala. So they have their volunteer fire department. They do it twice a year, and they do an all-you-can-eat catfish. I think it's like $12. So you can still take a to-go box, and you're still helping out with the volunteer fire department.
Right.
But it's catfish, hush puppies, French fries, and they were like, "You have to eat the catfish with ketchup." I'm like, "What?"
Ooh.
No, you gotta try it. You have to try it. It is so good. Just try it. Just try it one time.
I'm a tartar sauce man. I like
I'm not
tartar
into
sauce.
tartar. I'm just
Or just like it is. I mean,
yeah,
It's good.
put a little lemon juice on there.
yeah,
It's great.
Yeah.
Is that fried catfish?
Fried catfish is
Okay.
how I usually like it. Although it is good blackened as well. So
Okay.
if you pan fry it, it's
I feel like we have a chef now who can
Yeah.
kind of do a little
Yeah.
cooking.
So how
I
about
know,
this? We'll
right?
have a challenge. Who can catch the biggest catfish?
And then
you'll
eat it.
fry it up. Yeah.
I like it.
You can show us all the techniques of skinning and preparing,
Oh,
and we'll just
man.
observe. We'll take notes.
I better start practicing.
It's going to be like an episode of MasterChef where we have to do it after.
Yeah. I'll pull up a YouTube video. We
Yes.
can follow along.
That would
think
be
we'll all be
hilarious
looking
if
at
we
that
did
That
do
would
an
be really
episode.
funny.
Go out in the outdoors, find some herbs and stuff like that to make your own
man.
dish.
We could do it. Yeah. We might bring the podcast with us. Let's go on the road.
There you go.
So, we try to make it as convenient as possible for soldiers, for families, for civilians, as Nathan said, to get outdoors, to explore. And especially right now with the low lake levels that we're seeing at both Stillhouse and Belton. Right now, we're 6 feet below normal. So that creates some challenges right there that can create hazards if you're boating and you're not familiar with the area. Also for swimmers, and so that's why swimming has been closed. So this is an opportunity to still get outdoors, bringing near waterways and recreate and have fun.
Oh, I was just going to ask, during these really hot summer days, is there anything more that people can kind of do to help conserve?
So, it is hot and we're hitting triple digits, and it's been challenging for many. We're not only are we in a drought, an extreme drought, we're also having challenges with the grid. So we need individuals to just be mindful of what they can do every day when it comes to water and energy conservation. So, each of our little actions, they truly do add up. Think about what you're doing during the peak hours from 2 to 8 p.m. and see if some of those activities can be done either later at night or early in the morning. Since we are in stage 1, Fort Hood is in stage 1, it starts May 1st and it continues until October. So some of the things that you want to keep you in mind is that there's no water landscaping from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., to minimize use of irrigation for landscaping and vehicle washing, and to report any type of leaks that you might see within facility footprints to DPW at 254-287-2113. So, just do an assessment, whether it's in your workplace or your home environment, of some things that you can do. And, one of the things we tell kids is, even if your charger is plugged into the wall and your phone's not plugged into that charger, it's still drawing a little bit of electricity. And that's goes with any type of appliance. So, if you have a surge protector, you can turn that off or unplug, just to do something that truly adds up.
All right.
That's
And
awesome.
as always, reduce, reuse, and recycle.
Exactly. And plus, it's not only good for the environment, but it comes back to just helping out also with your savings. Electricity bills are high.
Oh,
and
yeah, they are.
especially
Oh, yeah.
depending on the timing that you got a fixed rate, or if you're on a variable rate, you definitely want to see things that you can do to change in your patterns daily.
Yeah, absolutely.
Reduce, reuse, and
There
recycle.
you go.
See?
Goes right back into it.
That's what I'm saying.
And one of the things that we also want to highlight is when you are out here enjoying the outdoors, whatever you take with you, take back.
Please.
Unfortunately, we were just at both lakes and we came across clothing, plastic bags,
My goodness.
one shoe, a slipper. Just people had
People are just
litter
forgetting
and left
their
things
things.
out there. So, we don't want to create any additional pollution and litter and cause damage to the waterways and to the animal wildlife out there. So just be conscious of what you're doing when you're outdoors.
Yeah, I will. I'll back that up with. There's a lot of fishermen that are good about doing that, but there's a small portion that maybe they forget to. I'll give them benefit of the doubt. Maybe some of them forget to pick up all their stuff, or Some of them just aren't as attentive to it. But yeah, I would definitely reiterate what Christine's saying. Just try to keep our lakes and ponds nice and clean, and makes it a much nicer experience for everybody else that's going to come enjoy the ponds. So.
And one of the last ponds he's going to stock at the end of the season is the kids' fish pond.
Yes.
So that's located right across from CTC. So it's really highly visible, easy access. And they do that in September. It's because there's a huge hunting and fishing day. So kind of just be on the lookout for that. That'll be a great opportunity to have your family go out there and enjoy that.
All right. I got to say, back to the fishermen, some fishermen leaving stuff behind. One of my biggest pet peeves is fishing line.
Yes.
Fishing line getting caught anywhere, it's a big pet peeve of mine. So I will reiterate as well, as a avid fly fisherman, please pick up after yourselves. It's not only good for the environment or the wildlife, but makes you feel good too.
Yeah, I always like to stick to leave with more than you came with. So if you see trash out there, everybody usually takes a drink or snack or something.
Right.
That's great, and you take that trash home with you, but if you see something else out there, I would just encourage people to pick that up and take it home with you as well.
Yeah, there's something that's going around called plogging, I believe it's the term. So you
boy.
go out when you're either jogging or you're walking, and that's the intent. You go on a hike or you're going outdoors, you're going fishing, you have a bag, and you pick up litter.
Oh,
So that's just
Really?
something that you're doing also, getting your endorphins and then helping out with the environment.
that's awesome.
So Mother Nature gets her endorphins because she's like, it's so clean right here.
Wow, I used to do that when I was younger without even knowing then.
Yeah.
Well, you started a trend. And you
I
didn't even
did.
know.
I was a hipster.
You were.
Now you look like you can be in Top Gun, Daco. With the mustache. I was
All
like,
right.
man, check him
We
out.
just talked about that movie last week too.
Yes, we did. If you want to go back and listen to our last episode for Book and Movie of the Month, we talked about that movie.
We did.
It's a great movie.
Shout
Now
out
my
to our
call
last
sign is
one.
mustache.
Yes, it is.
Oh, is it? Okay. So next time I come out here for a podcast, I'll be like, what's up, mustache? So mustache and Bacon Ninja.
There we go.
Ooh,
Yeah.
there you
Now we
go.
need to get you guys to have
I
names.
know.
I'm just gonna call you Catfish.
I was going to say the obvious answer here.
I'm sorry, it's too easy.
That's okay.
It's too easy. I mean, it's bass or catfish. You take your pick.
Catfish. I second that
Catfish.
one.
Okay, I'll go with that.
Now we need to have one for Sam. I mean, you
Oh,
work closely
we
with
do.
Sam.
Boy.
Think of
Oh, no.
What's a funny take on the Jayhawks?
Hey, now, you leave my Jayhawks alone. Rock chalk.
Oh man. All right. Well, anything else y'all want to add about fish or?
Energy conservation. Any other tips or tricks we need to share?
I would say if anybody is interested in fishing on Fort Hood, I think Christine may have touched on this earlier, but if you will just go to the Sportsman Center, you can get your state license, you can get your Fort Hood fishing permit, and your area access permit. And they'll give you a rule book and everything for fishing on Fort Hood. So.
And that's off of the Rod and Gun Club Loop. So you can go to the Sportsman Center and you just continue on Rod and Gun Club Loop, and then you can see the Birdbee Bat Butterfly
Ooh,
Garden.
I love that garden.
So right over there at the Natural Resources footprint, and right behind that is the Pollinator Sanctuary. So there's a little trail you can go to, little meditative space, and you can also learn about native species that are out in that footprint. So it's a great opportunity, again, to just enjoy the outdoors. And these are free activities that you can enjoy with your family. So we're just trying to see what we can do, and we're trying to do our part to support.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We do appreciate it. And for all those listeners, get out there and have some summer fun.
Yes, and reduce, reuse, and recycle.
As always. Well, thanks again for coming on.
Yep, thank you so much.
Save money and get special military discounted tickets to your favorite attractions like Six Flags, Schlitterbahn, SeaWorld, Disney World, and more. Stop by our Leisure Travel Services office located right here on post to get those tickets. For more information, go to our website at hood.armymwr.com. Have fun!
If you've got problems and feel like you just can't get answers, there's a place for you to turn. The Inspector General's Hotline. They take your issues seriously. If you're at the end of your rope and need someone to reach out to, grab a pen and take down this number. 254-287-7209. That's 254-287-7209. The Fort Hood office of the Inspector General. They inspect generals, so you don't have to.
Hey, it's Melissa here from Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions. Now is a great time to stop by and see what furry friends they have waiting for their forever home. Or, down boy, you can follow their Facebook page called Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions. The great thing about pets that come from Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions is, all right now, be good, they're practically free. Well, sometimes they're free. They just need a good mommy or daddy. So stop by Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions. Check the Facebook page of Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions. Or even call Fort Hood Shelter and Adoptions at 254-287-4675 to make someone very, very happy.
All right, so I obviously learned a lot,
Right?
Because I knew nothing about fish.
Nothing?
No, nothing. I've never gone
What?
fishing. Fish kind of freak me out.
No, fish
Yeah.
are awesome.
They're just like slimy and slippery. And
Well, yeah, they live in the water.
Well, I know, I know, but I just,
Don't like fish?
I don't know. I don't know about
You don't
that.
trust 'em?
I don't trust them. Just like I don't
What?
trust birds. Don't trust
Oh,
birds.
yeah.
Don't trust fish.
Well,
I
at
don't
least
know.
birds eat fish.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So you got that.
Mm.
One enemy taking out the other. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Come on. You gotta like
yeah,
one
but,
of them.
But I think I'd rather take fish
Yeah. Okay.
because I don't like birds.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair because catfish kind of creep me out. Yeah.
Do they with all the little like, tentacle
yeah.
thingies going
I
on?
don't know what it is. I also.
Tentacles. Wouldn't they have whiskers?
Yeah, I think they're
What
whiskers.
is wrong with me? Whiskers.
know.
They're little whiskers.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing. Whatever.
It's a fish.
It's a fish.
But yeah, they just, I don't know. I think they just kind of creep me out. And then the way that some people fish for catfish, they stick their hand in the hole. And,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
I have. I've seen
Oh.
that. That's crazy. People are crazy.
You will never catch me doing that. Nope.
No, thank
pass.
you.
Hard pass.
Yeah.
But I'll fish from the shore.
Oh, fair. Yeah.
I'll
You
do
know,
that.
the one thing you could catch me doing, though,
What's that?
conserving energy.
Oh, good tie-in.
I know. So we talked about that. Obviously, the state of Texas is having some issues. People are just using up all the power.
Well,
Having
that
a
makes
power grid
sense.
issue. Yeah, because it's so crazy hot.
Mm-hmm.
Fort Hood is doing their part as well.
Awesome.
We're turning the temperatures up in selected buildings across the installation, just making it a few degrees warmer, nothing crazy, just so we can do our part and help the Texas power grid out.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Well, with that in mind, then I encourage everybody to drink a little bit more water
definitely.
because if the hotter temperatures are now going to be inside, just a little few
Yeah,
degrees,
just a few.
just a
Nothing
few.
crazy.
Don't worry.
You
Don't
won't
freak
be,
out.
It'll just be a little warmer.
Turn
Yeah.
on a fan.
You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But drink water because
Yes.
then when you go outside,
Yes.
you may feel
Well,
dehydrated.
either way, you should be drinking a lot of water
Always.
because it's crazy hot out. So you
gosh.
should definitely be drinking a lot of water. The hotter it
Yes.
gets outside, the more water you need on the inside.
That is
so definitely drink water. Definitely wear your sunscreen.
Yes.
I love harping on this. I talk about it all the time. Wear your sunscreen, wear a hat. Well, most of you are wearing hats because you're soldiers, so you're
Kinda
good
have
on
to.
that.
Yeah.
But for civilians or family members, wear hats. It's good for you.
Yeah.
Cover your face.
You're in
your
Texas. Get a
head.
cowboy hat.
Ooh, there you go.
Yeah, it's the perfect time.
This is the perfect time.
Yeah.
I love that.
Right?
Yeah. Speaking of things to get, ooh, I snuck it in
you
there.
you beat me by half a second.
Speaking of things to get, it is almost August, which means it's almost time for kids to go back to school.
Yes.
Which means it's time to start buying those school supplies. That was always my favorite time of the year.
Buying new school.
I
Oh,
loved
it was
buying new school supplies. I
New
liked
backpack.
Yes, new
Yeah.
backpack, new binders. Everything had to be
The
color
notebooks for me, yeah.
coordinated and organized. Everything matched.
I
Yeah.
used to have a different colored notebook for every class.
Yes.
I was a
I've
little
done that.
crazy.
I've done that. What colors were your like? Did you use the same colors every year? Or did you switch it up?
It depended.
For classes.
I usually went shopping very late.
Okay.
So it
you
was
got
whatever I
was
found.
left. You're one of those kids.
Don't procrastinate like me. Go
no,
early.
Go early.
Yeah,
I was
it-
one of those kids who was like, the moment they started putting it out, I was
Oh,
ready
you
to
were
go.
there.
Yeah, I was ready. Yeah.
No, I was a procrastinator.
No, I
Always
liked
have
making everything match and look nice. So like you had to buy like the folder that matched the notebook, and
Yes.
then had to
Okay.
have that.
All right. Well, this will give some parents a little bit of a breather once school starts.
True.
So
yes.
kids will be back in school,
Yes.
running around, having fun.
Yeah. Should be a good time.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to a lot of good stuff this school year.
Absolutely. And so for parents who may not know, or people who just would like to know in general, so the first day back to school for the local school districts, Belton is the 17th of August. Coppers Cove is the 16th of August. Florence is the 18th of August. Gatesville is the 11th of August. Jarrell is the 17th of August. Killeen is the 15th of August. Lampasas is the 11th of August. Salado, the 17th of August. And Temple is the 23rd of August. So a lot of August dates there, obviously.
Wow.
They're all right around one another. So, yes, make sure people are getting prepared and being conscious of that. So,
All right.
yeah.
Well, that's all I got for this week.
Yeah, I think that's all we've got.
All
So
right. Wear sunscreen,
drink water.
drink water,
Yeah.
go buy school supplies,
And go fishing.
and go fishing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Enjoy the summer. Come on. It's
Absolutely.
hot, but go enjoy it.
Enjoy what you can.
Exactly. All right. Till next week.
We'll see you then.
This podcast is a U.S. Army Garrison Fort Hood and Fort Hood Public Affairs production. The show's theme music is written and produced by Delicious All-Stars. All our music is obtained through Filter by Song Trader. Have a question or want to share some insights with us? Email us at forthoodpao@gmail.com. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at USAG Fort Hood. And as always, be sure to leave a review and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.